I have
I've
just
been
started the stream
Mhm.
for funsies, so
Okay.
we're out and about hanging out. Greetings.
Yeah.
Maybe
Alright.
Hey, Internet.
rather than I usually do fun titles for the episodes like Deadlock DND : The Road to Bromston. This one's Deadlock
Yeah, I
DND,
remember.
DeadTalk.
DeadTalk. Oh god.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much.
Welcome to the podcast. How's it going?
Yeah, welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is
welcome to the
our
podcast.
version of rather than Critical Role has Vox Machina and Talks Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
Deadlock's
DeadTalk.
DeadTalk.
We have DeadTalk.
Oh god.
I'm good at podcast. We need to
Love
go. I'm gonna go my podcast voice here. I'm gonna get real quiet and get close to the microphone
I'm gonna
here.
put on my voice mod and start shouting at people.
We're gonna start some smooth jazz here. It's been this is DeadTalk with Victor. Here. We have a caller.
Jockeys.
Hi, hello there. I just had a few questions for you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yep. Start up it's like a talk show.
Yeah. Here, I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I just need to set some stuff up.
All right.
So, do you have any questions? Any questions, queries, or thoughts?
I personally don't have very many questions, but I know that I know he did. No, he had some questions. And I know
I've got
nerd.
Let's see. I've got so much lore though. I've got 157 kilobytes of Word documents.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, it's just Microsoft Word files with
Jesus.
questions upon questions. I've got one for each continent and then one for general information.
Oh my lord.
For example, one of the cool things that you guys have not run into yet, aside from, I mean, you may have run into somebody thus far, but it has not been revealed to you. But
Yes.
they're essentially in the like topics of like the creation of the world and having like the duality of having like the continent of Giuna be very magic heavy, and then the continent of Varaus being very tech heavy and like religion and anti-magic. There was like lots of points being brought up, especially by like Ali, about being like, oh well, how will they defend against each other?
Right.
And so like Keto was asking me lots of questions about that when we would chat, and I was like, well, right, think about it like this: we've got, on the magic side, we've got a ton of magic shit. That's their main offense and defense. From the tech side, like they've got guns. First of all, very dangerous. Power suits probably at some point. Because they have Warforged, so there are also like kind of like small mech suits, maybe a few bigger ones in the works somewhere in the world.
Right.
And they have like special trained, essentially like our world's version of like a chi blocker. They're called oracles, but it's spelled like AURICAL.
Yeah.
Because they deal with the magical auras of their enemies, and
nice.
go up, and they're essentially monks and rogues that have subclass abilities that deal with like going up and making your, like, if you're attacking a magical enemy, you hit them with an attack, then like spend a key point or whatever to make them do a dexterity save or a constitution save, strength save, whatever. And if they fail, you break one of their wrists or sprain their wrists, so they can't do the somatic components for like a spell for a minute. Or same thing for like throat punch, and then they can't do verbal spells, stuff like that.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Do you like the lovely little mention of funerals in Varaz? How they huck
Oh yeah,
corpses
they just
into
chuck you in a hole.
bottomless pits. Yeah.
They just chuck you in a hole. No. We'll let the hole deal with them.
Yeah. Well, literally, it's not like some they will huck bodies into the hole, and sometimes people will go down the hole, and when they go down, it's just a deep hole with nothing at the bottom, even after a body's
Oh.
just been thrown in.
That's pretty cool.
Bodies vanish
That's pretty
into
sweet.
the darkness.
That's pretty cool.
We were just talking about and I know in the beginning of the creation of everything, there was lots of discussion and questions around like the magic versus technology stuff and how do they defend
Mhm.
against each other.
Right.
And I was talking about how we created oracles, spelled AURICAL, which are essentially
Oh yeah, I remember those.
intense cheat
Oracles.
blockers. They go up, they fight you, they spend a key point to break your wrist so you can't do somatic
Fun.
components for your spell.
Mhm.
Throat punch you. So you
Yeah,
can't
I
do
like
somatic
those.
Yeah, we love a good throat punch.
I do too. I appreciate throat punch.
Yeah. I was tempted to play one. I was tempted to play like an oracle or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna talk to Ryan about it, but then I was like, no, I think I like the fire demon concept better.
Yeah.
Fire demon's cool. I do dig fire demon.
Yeah.
Very wicked. Although the only thing I'm sad about is that we won't be able to make any adventures to the north.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you'll fucking burn up. Or not burn up, you'll freeze to death.
I'm sure we could figure something out.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll just let a fire under your
perhaps,
ass.
the only conceivable way I could see it actually happening is, I mean, of course, if you guys get to a higher level, and then also you'd have to go to Giuna because only magic can really help you, unless you get maybe you can commission a power suit that is just like fiery hot on the inside, but then you've got to power it.
Yeah, you
Or like a million coats. That could probably do it.
Just a whole bunch of fur coats.
A million coats.
Just a ball of coats.
Quadruple disadvantage and a -10 on all ability checks.
We have to roll you.
Physicality, but you're fine otherwise.
Yeah, we have to roll you like a dung beetle.
Yeah, but I can go to the ice world, so that's fine.
Yeah, you can. You'll just be completely numb to everything surrounding you.
Worth it. Right. So, are we doing the question and answer session? Just like a bunch of Q&As and stuff.
Yeah, if you have questions.
Okay. I had a few questions.
We've got the Q's, you've got the A.
Yeah, right. Sorry, got a bit confused there for a minute.
Yep, there you go.
Got questions.
Yes,
I've got ass.
exactly.
What can I do for you?
All right. So I think we've talked about already about how seasons work in the world. And we've talked like on stream. We've talked about how seasons work and how time works. What haven't we talked about? We've talked about all the continents. We've talked about magic and technology. Okay, let's start with a simple one. What's the Ice Kingdom like?
The Ice King. Oh,
the Ice Kingdom.
The Ice Kingdom.
The Ice King. Ooh.
The Ice Kingdom. Yes.
Well, so the Ice Kingdom is also known as it is Al Gore, I believe. And I mean, it's literally
Al Gore.
Al Gore, yes.
Oh my god.
Not like Al Gore, the
Man Bear Pig.
Al Gore. And they have similar accents to the fire demons because they are of similar peoples, but they're more Slavic. Of course, it is. It's
nice.
Yeah, they don't have. Of course, they've got no sun or anything. They just got stars, so it's like pitch black over most of the Ice Kingdom.
Right.
Eternal night. Most of them have like dark vision, but they do have like they are very into magic as well in the Ice Kingdom, but it is more like healing magic they're very into like healing and utility stuff.
Right.
And yeah, so they've got lots of little magical lights everywhere. Let's see, they've got like an inverse to like phoenixes. They've got like ice, essentially Articuno. They've got Articunos.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
They've got like lots of like small burrowing animals. Arctic foxes, little gophers, such. They got penguins. They got lots of polar bears, but a vast majority of their creatures are like undersea creatures.
Mhm.
So they mostly eat fish. Like at least 75% of their fish and
Yeah, I expected that much, at least.
yeah. So
How does their government work?
their government.
Hmm.
Okay. So, they have like essentially like a council of elders at each like city that kind of runs things, and like the cities also tend to the nearest by towns. There aren't really any towns in the north because like it's so like harsh weather. Even like for them, even though they can resist the cold, it's very dangerous going out from a community.
Right.
So there's a council of like elders at each city. They're all women. They're like the most elderly women, wise, and they don't have any. So they're not unlike other places where like leaders have special protection, like the king would have a king guard and such, or like their own troops. The elders are simply protected by the spirits of their ancestors, and also the people of their town protect their elders. They're
That's
all
pretty
kind of
good.
like big community vibes, and I think they've got a bit of like an informal militia of like the men that like the few male Icenians that there are assigned to like guard the settlement from some hazards. There aren't a whole lot of hazards other than like there is like a bit of like a small criminal pest at the moment. Where
Right.
do I have that
Okay.
down?
Is it in some way connected to the thing Mestis is hunting down? Maybe.
I would say no. The criminals are more in the form of bandits here. They're not
Oh,
like
okay.
there's no like big criminal enterprise in the north that you know
Mhm.
of.
Ooh.
All right.
If there are, they're very well hidden. But most of the criminals are like, because like since they're all so much about community there, it's like if you go against the community, you like there is like some deliberation on your fate from the council, and then most people, if it's bad enough, they get exiled from the cities. And most of those exiles form like bandit groups that live in the mountains.
Okay.
Because it's hard to survive otherwise.
Yeah. So it's very much in sort of contrast to the Fire Kingdom, essentially, which is basically a dictatorship or an authoritarian dictatorship, sort of.
Ooh, one sec. There, we have a commenter. I think this is my friend Jordan.
Ooh.
Jordan. It is not evil or good, really. I guess you could say the main characters are kind of. Yup. The main characters, the PCs, are kind of like I don't know. I would say they're not quite anti-heroes yet. They're more leaning to the heroes side, but still not either. They're in a gray space because, like, so out of everybody we have so far, we've got Vestus, which is the demon right here, fire demon
Hello.
from the south. And his whole thing at the moment is that I mean he was booted out out of his entire nation for
Mhm.
reasons. And he's trying to redeem himself and get back in, and is going to essentially searching down, trying to find a large criminal sect in the current continent that is has been kidnapping fire demon children, and basically, I mean, doing many things with them, selling them sometimes back to their families or to other people, and even it rumored to be turning some of them into fire essence via whatever methods they might have, but that would most certainly kill them.
Yeah.
And so that is all, rumored about. So Vestas is investigating it and has it, and then first we'll jump to the other character, Ashley, who has been living in the current continent of Rouse, where magic is very scarce. Everybody here's anti-magic, but she is a warlock, and is trying to get people to see magic as a good thing, trying to prove that it's not terrible, and is also just an inventor, a business owner, has got a traveling shop, and also does bounty hunting from time to time. And so they both got roped in by a man with deals of their own. Ash is mainly to get a large sum of money, and Vestas to be getting some information about the criminal organization he's investigating in exchange for doing a favor, which is babysitting the last character, Victor, who is below me. He's essentially a washed-up, middle-aged bard who used to be a bit of a punk and is now many years into alcoholism. Shalom. Yeah, many years into his alcoholism, and is basically he's 10,000 gold in debt to the guy who's hired the other two. And the deal is basically okay, you two watch him, go get him to do some jobs and do some work. If you for example, if you guys do a job, you get 300 gold. You two both keep your 100 gold and take his 100 gold and put it toward the tab that he needs to pay off. So
Yeah.
you guys make whatever money you're earning, and then you'll also get Vestas will get information, and Ashley will get a portion of the total debt that is being paid off, in addition to whatever they're already earning.
Yeah.
And yeah, Victor's just trying to survive.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do my best to not get fucked up. It's not working so far, but I'm trying my best.
Just trying to vibe.
I'm just trying to live.
Vibing, yeah.
I'm just
I
trying
think
to
in
not
game,
die.
I think in game we've decided that Victor has finally become sober enough to remember he has magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. I remember I finally got sobered up to the point where I remembered I can do things besides just hit things pretty hard.
He is a bard, and out of character, just didn't realize that he could pick spells.
Nope, I had no idea.
So they were level 3, and he was just all I could do is run around and shoot things with my crossbow. And we're you could heal.
Which, by the way, I didn't start with a crossbow.
Yeah, he got his crossbow later.
Oh yeah, he
I
shot
just-
that crossbow into the mouth of a werebear.
That was pretty fun. Yeah, I did do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also he does Constitution saving throws every session for his liver.
Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna have severe liver failure.
Yeah.
I haven't failed yet.
I mean, you have failed several rolls.
Oh.
But that nothing happens till you reach a threshold. I've got a number. He is an alcoholic, yes.
Oh God. Okay.
So I've got a number, and once you reach that many fails, you start to have problems that you will need to get help for.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
An example would be if somebody had an infection, if we were role playing that somebody had an infection somewhere, I would get them to do con saves every day, and if it was an infection in their their leg, it's after 10 failed rolls, which may take however many sessions, depending on how many successes they get. Once they reach 10 failed rolls, then I'd be okay, until you get this fixed, you are going to have disadvantage on dexterity checks that rely at all on you using your legs.
Yeah.
So something will happen to you due to your liver.
Yeah, it's not gonna be great.
You'll just have to
So
go get liver
Mhm.
surgery.
So for context, for everybody watching, the 10,000 gold he owes to the person that's hired Vestus and Ashley, all of that gold was spent entirely on alcohol
Yes.
over a course of a few years.
Yeah. We're not sure exactly how long, but over the course of many years.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how much alcohol this person has consumed to be $10,000.
Didn't we do the math on it?
We did the math on it.
Yeah,
and
we
basically you've had at least like 3 drinks every day for the past 40 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe 5.
Mhm. Which,
It's
like,
a lot.
you know, for like some drinkers I know, that's not a lot. But also for a lot of other people, that is a lot.
Yeah. 'Cause-
every day.
Well, it also depends on the size of the drink. Because say it's a pint. Say each one is a pint. So that's what, 3 pints a day? So
Feels like a lot.
it could be. And I go, how much is in a pint? How much is in a pint?
Get the intervention. What do you think Vestus and Ashley are? Vestus and Ashley are just very aggressive interveners. That's what we are.
Yeah, one
They're
pint
essentially
equals
probation officers.
1 pint equals 16 fluid ounces. So about somewhere around 40 to 50 fluid ounces a day for probably around 30-40 years. Collectively $10,000, 10,000 gold pieces they are owed and that I need to pay off.
I just did the math. Pricing each drink at 2 silver and going over the course of 40 years, that's 3.5 drinks every single day, 365 days a year for 40 years.
Yep. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm baffled I'm not dead yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm baffled I'm not dead yet.
Literally, if you do stop, like, you have not fully become sober, you have sobered more. His character, how old are you? 60 something?
Let me check the sheet real quick. Diddly diddly doo. Somewhere around there, yeah. He's pretty old. Traits. Oh, shit, where's the fucking damn it? I had the thing over here. Yeah. All right. Well, he's old. He used to say he's not young. He's at least older than 50.
60s. Yeah, he's in. I think he's like at least 60, because then that would mean he started his drinking problem at 20 at least. Did this guy start drinking out of the womb?
Yeah.
Well, he's probably started drinking at like 14.
Yeah, I feel like you were probably becoming a great bard, started having a few drinks in like your younger years, and then some shit probably went down by the time you were 20, and you also like left living with your parents and just went
fuck
off
you,
into
mom. Just booze. Glug glug glug.
Yeah, he was probably at one point like maybe a like level 10 bard for the purposes of mainly entertainment rather than adventuring.
Yeah, that was generally my
and
guy's
it
purpose.
all went downhill from there.
Yeah,
well,
and then he fell to level 3.
Yeah, much like a musician that just sort of collapsed out of popularity over the course of like 10 years or so. Yeah, just sort of slipped into alcohol.
Yeah.
Because Victor, my guy, he did not. He was never an adventurer, never anything like that. He didn't really fight or anything. He was just like go do like sets and then get wasted. Like he would go from place to place, spending money on like just like places to stay and booze, play a set, repeat with the rest of his with the rest of his traveling troupe, and just repeat that over the course of probably 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually just went all down the crapper.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is why he's got to do liver failure rolls.
Yes. Fucking A.
It's pretty fun, nevertheless, right?
Yeah, it is
very cool
very
concept.
much. It is greatly enjoyable because I just like playing characters that are losers and just kind of suck. So like that's perfect.
Because then you get to grow. You get to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Let's see here.
Also, thoughts on Eno? What does everybody think about Eno? Our DMPC for
Oh,
the time being.
he's 52. All right, that's my guy's name. He's 52.
Oh, 52.
So he started drinking at like probably like 13,
Yeah.
which like in this world probably makes sense. Because like in the olden times, you reached adulthood when you were like 12 or 13.
Like way back
When you're
when.
taking it to the farm. Yeah, that's when you're taking it to the farm to take care of the crop.
Exactly. So that's probably when he like reached like his folks equivalent. Oh, you're an adult now. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Though, I don't. Oh boy, I do not. I think she's fun. I think she is fun, and I like the rapport that her and I have of just generally like, get the fuck out of my way. It's generally what it is, but I think it's fun.
Like, get out of my way. Also, I mean, if we're in combat, let's save each other. Like, I will put down my life for you, but also get the hell out.
I don't like talking to you. I don't like you. We have to work together. That's generally the consensus of this whole crew. I don't like you, but we got to work together.
I just spilled so much water on myself.
Oh, I saw.
Oh no.
I saw the stream. Yeah, you are soaked.
Oh god.
Fine, don't even look at me. Nobody look. I'm running away. Nobody look. I'm running away. I'm hiding. I'll be back.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh yeah, stream shut off.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. I like our relationship though that the two of us have going on though.
It's a very sort of Vestas sort of has to take care of you.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, fine, I'll take care of you. But he also just at a fundamental level sort of doesn't get you.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm going for. I want people to not get me because also he doesn't get himself. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't know anything that's going on. But it's very
True.
much like the big like super shredded muscle guy, and then the tiny little backstabber character, which is always a good trope.
Always.
Very Han Solo
And I love the
Chewbacca.
sort of yeah. I love the sort of very antagonistic brotherly relationship we've now had.
Yeah, we started developing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like general picking onness.
I like, yeah, this
It's
is
like Go on.
Although I love my home game more than anything, but I do like that it's very, in my home game, it's always been very fast. Everybody gets everywhere very fast, and by the time I wanted to try and slow that down, my friend was a druid who could fly them everywhere super fast. So I'm like, okay, it's fine now. But we missed out on like the stuff that we're doing now, where it takes you days to travel somewhere and shit happens on the road.
Yeah, that's fun.
So it's very interesting. Yeah, literally, I had my group going through the Shadowfell, expecting like maybe for it to take like 3 or 4 sessions, and it took 1.5. They literally showed up, did something the first session, traveled half of the way there because they had like one of the NPCs can cast haste, and the other NPC could, I mean, no, their other PC can turn into a heckin' pterodactyl thing, a Quetzalcoatlus, which has like whatever 100-foot fly speed or something. And so they were just like full on flying. I was like, okay, so the actual distance, if you went nonstop like an airplane, would have taken them like 2 or 3 days. But I was like, of course, you need to rest and you can't stay as a bird thing forever. So I was like, I'll say it'll take you guys like 5 days for resting up along the way. But yeah, it's nice to be able to be like, oh, we want to go. Oh yeah,
yeah.
They tried the first time and they ran directly into a cliff by accident.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was a big thing because the NPC basically cast haste on the druid without telling her, and so she went full speed and basically dislocated somebody's arm who was holding on by rope. And when she stopped, everybody else flew off of her, slammed. Somebody broke their neck and had to be like revived from dead almost.
Damn! Holy shit!
God.
It was a lot. But yeah, I like doing what we're doing now and having to travel across a whole continent rather than just teleporting everywhere, which is fun.
Oh yeah, I do quite dig that. That is always fun. Just like the
Yeah.
just the traveling aspect. When I put on my little traveling music or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do 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 do.
Oh my gosh, an Ice Age moment.
Yep.
Yeah. It also sort of fosters these sort of small character moments because, like, we wouldn't have had I don't think we would have had the sort of Victor Vestas relationship, or even the sort of Ashley relationship that's being shown. If we didn't have those small moments as we're traveling or as we're going from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is
If
very
we
cool.
would just blink there,
Yeah.
back and forth, back and forth. It's like
It makes things more interesting. It gives us the chance to really flesh out our characters.
It does.
Yeah, so that when I finally kill one of you, it'll be all the sadder.
It'll be me. It'll be me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It-
literally,
it-
it just
I mean,
dies of
Vestas
liver
has
failure, not even in battle.
Well, yeah. I was like, oh man, my foot feels weird, and I just collapse.
oh no.
You guys are like, we need to get him to a healer. Dude, we're 2 days away from the nearest town.
Give me a beer IV drip. There you go. That'll do it.
It's like that Oregon Trail thing. You die of dysentery.
I
Okay.
will die of dysentery.
Yeah.
I look. All I'm saying is my guy does not have complete control over his anus anymore. He lost that ability many years ago.
Oh my gosh. TMI. That reminds me of the last game I was playing in. My friend who's in the chat, Jordan, is playing this
What's up,
monk.
Jordan?
Is playing this
Hello.
monk. And so it's essentially what we're doing right now is like collecting the Infinity Stones. We're like
very
in
nice.
a world where like there's all these
In a
powerful
world.
stones of creation. There's like 6 of them. And right now, Jordan's character has one. It's like the Stone of Nature. He's got all these nature abilities, blah, blah, blah. And then our other friend has one. It's like the Stone of Light. They can blind people and do all these other sorts of fiery things. And we got to a point like our last session that we played when they were both starting to get like nightmares from the gems. It's like the more you use them,
nice.
the more it corrupts you, which we kind of
Right.
like our characters learned in the beginning. So my character's been very like, don't use your gems, but they keep using them.
We'll do
And
it.
so a thing happened, and it was like the first time this ever happened. So it caught us off guard, and we all did insight checks. It's like we started on our journey, and then him as the monk with this stone was like, I'm going to go take a piss. And we were all
my
like,
God.
you have never announced that you're going to pee before. Where is this coming from? And
Yeah,
we
what
were
does it mean?
insight checks, and we all rolled like ass. So he's
Oh
like,
no.
I'm off. I was like, you do not need to speak that out loud. It is so gross. What if I just come up to you and speak in your mind, like I'm going to take a shit, like rude.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a whole moment.
This took a turn.
Yeah, it really did. That was a good moment from our last game. Very out of pocket.
Oh yes. Absolutely. Amazing though.
See, if you were traveling everywhere, you wouldn't have had this
You would have missed out on
moment
that.
where somebody.
Somebody go take a leak.
It was a madness check. He failed a madness check. That's why.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah, he failed another madness check later where he was just trying to eat anything and everything. And
Oh my God.
my character is a mix of I'm doing multi-class sorcerer warlock. And so because of that, then the current level where we are, I have like 4 first level spell slots and 5 second level spell slots. Which is like very. Oh yeah, he tried to eat his backpack, and I
delicious.
just got the spell suggestion, which is brilliant because as long as you're wording something in a way that makes sense, you can make somebody make a save, and if they fail, they have to follow what you said either until the task is done or until it's been 8 hours, and
Right.
they don't know that you've cast it on them, which is my favorite part. So I've got 5 spell slots. I was just casting them like all day.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
counteracted his madness by casting that on him, being like, "You don't eat anything that isn't regular food, please."
Oh my God.
And it lasts for 8 hours, right? Suggestion.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, I got so many discounts. Yeah, we are going to take a boat ride, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that'll be like 12 gold each to ride this boat to this dangerous location." And I was trying to suggest them to just let us on for free, but they gave us 50% discount instead.
Nice.
Which is still good.
Yeah. All right, Victor, we found what your spell needs to be. Your second level spell. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Do you have any questions for us, Dungeon Master?
Master Dungeon.
Hmm. Are there any specific like places or like things that have been brought up in the world thus far that you are like more curious and interested to get into at some point?
You're asking. I asked you a question. You're answering my question with another question.
Yeah.
Yes.
God damn. Okay.
All right.
Sorry,
Answer it.
Never mind. Sorry, my head. Oh God. Where do we want to go?
Yeah, or is there like any like bit of lore that was brought up that you're curious about and want to like find more about more, I don't know, more about it at some point?
I'd like to get into the more. I'd like to get into the relationship between the magical islands and the mechanical ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like that sort of that conflict. I'm sure it's going to be great. And I'd like to explore. I I, I don't know whether I'll be able to get into the Ice Kingdom, but I'd like to see that relationship between the Fire Kingdom and the Ice Kingdom be played out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We can do a little hologram for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just
Uh,
live streaming from somewhere else.
Yeah, there you go. So that way you can still see it without freezing to death,
Yeah.
Yeah.
turning into an ice box like Captain America.
We'll have a what is it called? Like one of those things from Star Wars, the big like tall dinosaur looking ones. And we'll
Oh,
just have it heated on the
ATATs?
inside. Yeah.
oh yeah.
One of
I thought they
those.
smelled bad on the outside. We're just gonna stick you in a tauntaun and carry you.
Oh no.
Luckily, I mean, you guys aren't headed to what's it called? Isselbeck. You're headed to Isselbeck,
Right.
which is
Yes.
I mean, you looking at the map normally, it like you don't think about it right away because of like just the way the map's laid out. But Isselbeck is the closest point that Voraus has to the land of the like magical folks in Giuda, so it is kind of like a defending point.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be
It will
great.
be.
So close, but so far away.
Yeah. We'll get there eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking a little bit longer now, but we'll get there eventually.
I mean, who knows? You guys might end up in Ruham if you get caught
Maybe.
or anything. I mean, you've already cast magic in public.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did do that.
So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. Maybe, who knows? So you'll get shipped off. No, they usually leave that to the terrible criminals. But
Yeah.
They're not gonna arrest me. The magic is who I am.
Oh yeah, well, the magic you caught was a racial magic. The magic you casted was racial
Yeah.
magic, which will
Probably.
Yeah,
Yo.
I'm hoping. I feel like I mean, you guys will be involved with Ruhan at some point, whether it's because something happens there while you guys are busy elsewhere and it's like affecting the world,
Whether
or
willingly
because
or
you guys
unwittingly.
go there. Yeah, one way or another.
We're gonna
Yeah.
find
I feel like the last continent we would visit is probably Lysair because of Vestus being not allowed.
Right.
It's either
Yeah.
Lysair or Algor.
Yeah. Algor.
Yeah.
Agor.
Can't get over it. So we're gonna go see Man Bear Pig.
Ilgor. I will now pronounce it in their proper accent. Elgor.
We're gonna go hear about him talk about global warming.
Elgor. They speak
How he
Elgorian.
invented the internet and all that.
Absolutely. You're banned.
Oh.
Yeah, there's also, I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot yet. I guess we've seen a decent amount. We've seen griffins and werebears, which
Yeah.
I'd say is pretty good because, like, in contrast to what you'd usually think, you'd think, oh, the land of magic has all the magical creatures, but in the land of magic, they harvest the magical creatures, and in the land of technology, they don't believe in magic, so the creatures aren't magical to them; they're just endangered.
Okay.
So that's why you guys will. I mean, especially once you get to Isselbeck, like, tons of griffins flying around.
Oh, hell yeah.
Creatures to manage. Sure, they're all. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a unicorn at some point.
Hell yeah.
It'll be great.
Get a sweet Pegasus.
Yeah, Pegasus and battle armor and guns. Literally, I'm imagining now like the high priest of Voraus on a Pegasus with 2 pistols.
Just blasting people. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Ghost Rider.
It's
I love it so
possible.
much.
This is what is possible in the land of Voraus.
Like Ghost Rider. Hell yeah. Like, not on fire.
Oh.
Have
We didn't really have much. Go on. No, I was just talking about. I was making a very meta comment about how we had no idea what we were gonna do walking into this stream.
Nope.
We just been flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, that's usually how I do things. I always wing it.
Hanging out. Yeah, winging it. It's a good.
Yeah, I basically for my entire every campaign I always wing it. I have like a general outline, but I just wing it all up on the fly.
I will show you. I'd say I'm 50% plan, 50% wing. I write down like bullet points and notes. I'm like, okay, so like I think the player's going to go to this location. Here are like main things that I will have like thought about and waiting for them. Like, for example, over something that has already happened in my home campaign, so that we can look at this and like
We got a whole thing written out too.
Look at that. Look at all those notes.
I know.
Well, this is just for my home campaigns. This one is for you guys, my Harry Potter Hogwarts.
Jesus.
Oh god, I see
Nice.
that. I see that one.
Love it.
And this is my second one for my home campaign. I've got another one on the ground that is full.
Nice.
I think this all starts with we do little things. I took the idea from my favorite D&D actual play show, Dimension 20, to like once we finished a story arc, we stop that campaign and we do like a mini campaign for like a quarter of the amount of time. Like if we did if we spent I don't know like 6 months doing a story arc of our main campaign with our main characters, then we do like a month or 2 of a new game with new characters, and then we finish that and move on.
Yeah, it's just a little breather before we get back to the big main plot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, here is like a page of my notes. It's probably it's not in reverse. But like this, I've got like a little section where there was a battle going on, and there was some like intense like god level magic involved. This isn't spoilers. This is stuff you've already been through.
Yeah.
This is god level magic was involved. So basically everybody was going through doing checks to see like on their turn they had to do a check to see if they could like move against a certain like DC. And so I have written down here all their constitution saves or whatever, because gosh, it was one of the characters was being coronated, but was at a coronation to become like the princess of like the spring Fae court or whatever. And so I was like,
nice.
who are you going to invite to your coronation? and I was expecting like, oh, like my close friends, these few NPCs. She was like, literally anybody I can think of that we've met so far. So I have like I color coded them to like teal, pink, and yellow, and they're in groups of 11. And beside each of them is their con mod, so I could roll like 11 d20 at a time and go in order to see if anybody breaks out of their like time freeze or whatever. So that's like a lot of note stuff that I did. But I do have like other things like here I have a thing that just says like, oh, talk with this NPC. The NPC has like this information that they might share. And then I have like a thing being like, remember to talk about the tall man and lost souls.
Ooh.
And then I have like a thing next to it being like, oh, what I think the characters will either choose between like leaving or saving this town. And then I have like, if they stay here, these are good first steps or things that I'll have waiting for them. They can like free the town by doing this, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's what my notes are all about.
Cool.
And for you guys, I have
Shit.
liver tally.
Nice.
It's just a page. I can't show you. I also have a debt counter for you. I count
Oh,
every
goody.
time you send money. I write down the total. It's good. You guys are currently $100 in, 100 gold in.
We're getting there. We'll get there.
Yeah, that's like what, 1%?
Probably about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a sizable dent.
Mhm.
Yeah. 100 out of 10,000. We're getting there. We'll take it, but we'll get there.
Yeah, and then I have like what other notes for the first session? I have like Keo assigned to watch over Vic, make sure he works to pay his debt, protect him. Vic pay debt to Sebastian Yanis. Vestis promised info from Sebastian if he helps Vic pay his debt. Is like my like notes for that session. As well as like a few things like I've got something saying like roll to see whose intro is first. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I never take notes when I DM. I don't take notes of what happened. I just write notes of what I think I'm going to do.
Okay.
Nice.
Whenever I DM, I just try to remember as best I can. I just try to keep it all in the book that is my brain.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. True.
It has caused me much strife, but it's also been it's me refusing to admit that I'm wrong and that I need to actually write things down. So I just continue to just wing it the whole time, even if it is causing me strife and stress.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good, but like we do like recaps at the beginning of every session, and like 99% of the time I like recap it all fine. But there's the occasional time when I'm like, oh yeah, you did this and this, and you guys talked to I absolutely forget what this character's name is. Do any of you have it written down?
I've learned to sort of have a list of names just randomly available to me whenever I'm DMing. Because I learned this the hard way, but there was just one time where they were talking to, or people that I was DMing were talking to a bunch of guards. And it was like in a span of 10 minutes, I named 3 characters Bob without knowing it.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was just off the top of my head, what is this character's name? Oh, his name's Bob. That's what his name is. And just, I went with it. And then with the second person they asked, it was like, oh, your name's Bob too, like the other guy. And the first guy's like, oh no, that's Robert. I'm just Bob, or some other like random sort of derivation of the name Bob. And with the third person, I was like, you know what? I'm Maximilian Bob Beatles the Fourth. That's what my name is. You can call me Bob.
Bobbert. I was gonna say Bobbert Jordan. Oh my gosh.
Done.
We'd already done Robert, so I don't want to do Bobbert again.
I was just like, how funny it would be, like,
Boberto.
just like stick to the bit and be like, oh yeah, that's Bob.
Yeah.
This is Bob. He's also Bob. It's Bob
Yeah.
for short. I'm full name Robert. He's full name Bobbert. And he's just Bob.
Oh god, I had a pit droid. Hang on, I'm trying to remember what the name of the pit droid that I had was in my Star Wars campaign. Because I'm trying to remember. Oh shit! At least I actually have it written down because it was something stupid as shit. Because what happened was just one of the players was like, "Can we get a pit droid?" Because we ended up on Tatooine. She's like, "Can we get a pit droid?" I'm like, yeah, all right, sure. I'm trying to figure out what it was that I wrote it down. A bit past
Little
this.
swag money.
Oh my god, no, it was not that.
I'm gonna see if I can get a picture of little swag money on the stream. Uno momento. Add layer. Image. Add. Choose image.
Yes.
Browse.
I think your name was Jordan, but yes, that is entirely what the name ended up becoming. It was just Bob. It was just that. Yes. B00B.
Main NPC. Swag money. Where are you? Okay, here's a little. Choose in there.
Choose.
Okay, guys. Your moment. A little swag money screen.
There we go. Hell yeah.
In the.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be styling.
And profiling. Classic Ric Flair.
There he is.
Woo!
That's a little swag money.
Oh, dude, that is basically what the fucking pit droid that I had looked like.
Yeah.
What is it with people, like players in Star Wars campaigns, wanting pit droids and giving them weird ass names?
I don't know. I nicknamed him Ellis because little swag money abbreviated is LSM, and so I was like Ellis or Ellison.
There you go.
Ellison, maybe. Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
How quickly did that just derail and turn to swag money?
How quickly was it? Like right away?
As soon as they changed his voice to be like, "All right, there, hello gang, what's up? What's the next move?" As soon
That's
as
awful.
they did that, they named him Little Swag Money.
See, the one I went for is I went for the Sopranos voice. I went for the Italian mobster voice. That's what my pit droid had.
Brilliant.
He had an Italian mobster voice who had a like real tendency for homicide and torture.
I mean, what pit droid doesn't?
Look at them. You tell me they don't.
I'm bringing up the second NPC robot that we had, an ally NPC that I had made from the beginning of the game for our Wookiee character. Named it's a droid designation AA-15HA, aka Aisha. And they
Nice.
wanted to find the picture they had for her was like a very a feminine looking droid. I guess like the only feminine bit was like that the droid's like chest was a bit like busty and like pointed out where like boobs might be, and so everybody was making fun of her image. And she was like basically a healing bot. She had very good like stats for like medicine checks and stuff. And then on top of that, they wanted to find her cool outfits like little swag money. They wanted to find her 10-gallon hat, but they only found like a 1-gallon hat. So they had a tiny hat, and then they went somewhere else and found a 10-gallon hat, and they made her wear both. And so they ended up with this droid on my right. Aisha and little swag money.
Oh, that's time.
The silence.
I love them.
Oh, I do too. I'm just looking through my various things I have on here, and I'm trying to figure out what is what.
Stunned by the double hat, chesty Aisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just sounds like it. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you. No problem.
That looks entirely aesthetically built. The bust. I don't understand why.
Oh God. Yeah, because fucking My guy, one the player who took in the pit droid was a B1 unit called Chad. Like CH4D, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like she was playing him like that B1 droid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Like, let me tell you something. That fucking B1 got like really powerful for some reason. Like it got like it got all these like different abilities and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it got, like multi-class and some shit, and it got fucking powerful as dick. I don't know, it was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the actual Aisha art that I used.
That's pretty cool. I like it. It's not quite as busty as the first one, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Yeah. Screen. Wait. Little swag money, he can say that.
Yeah, let that little
Right.
freak stay.
All right.
Got those expensive modifications in the front. Yeah, they hold a bunch of plasma grenades.
Oh no. How are they
Imagine
deployed?
Aisha just pulls her boobs off and they're full of grenades.
Oh god.
Oh, also, right. Speaking of, I think you mentioned earlier that one of your current DM is doing a lot of campaigns, and I'm like, right now I am like doing, of course, doing this one, and then I've got my home game that I'm running, and then the game that I'm playing in, I'm actually like in conversations, like I'm playing in it with Jordan here, and this is not anything that we've like let out to the group yet, but Nick and I are like kind of co-DMing each other's campaigns. So sometimes
Nice.
we chat about specific things that aren't like spoilers and stuff, and make things. So we're kind of like co-DMing. So like I don't know any story spoilers for a whole lot of stuff, and he doesn't know any story spoilers, but like we both like ask about certain specific things. I can't get into specifics because Jordan's here. But,
Jordan, cover your ears.
Jordan, go away. No, just kidding. Hang around.
Jordan's learning a bunch of stuff about you today.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are a bunch of secrets.
So that's
Yeah.
right there. That's like 2.5 that I'm doing. Plus, I've got a monthly one that I'm doing now. And then I'm also doing one as an advertisement for this new. There's that group that is basically they're making their own version of like kind of like a Roll20 type thing, but it does like augmented reality and puts your character over you and a background
Whoa.
behind you.
That's weird.
Cool.
Yeah, so they have asked me to do like a little like session with them to put on their YouTube as like an advertisement.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
The monthly one is an interesting idea. They already had like an idea coming into it because one of the current players is the former dungeon master of the group. So it's like kind of I'm like coming in and replacing him so that he can play. And they had like a bit of an idea in mind already, and it's basically that like there was like a guy who got very powerful, became a lich, put a like basically assaulted the gods, had a war against all the gods in the world, and everybody like knew the battle was going on, but it was happening on like a continent that nobody else is near. It's like the entire continent was going crazy and like going up in flames. And then next thing you know, the gods disappeared, the lich disappeared, the sun disappeared, the moon disappeared, the stars disappeared.
No.
Pitch black everywhere, no contact. Like
God.
clerics and paladins still have like abilities, but have no connection to a deity. And they're all, it's just like all the creatures of the night have come out, vampires, goblins, everything from the Underdark no longer has disadvantage in the sun.
Because there is no sun.
Yeah.
Oh god. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So
So.
You guys come here often?
Usually once a week, sometimes a little later. It's a
Yeah.
burning heat, melting my Ethernet cable.
Oh yeah. It's very rough.
Ah,
I think. Ooh, yeah, I was gonna ask. You guys have or know about? Oh, this is my second time logging. Yeah, literally, Jordan made an account just so he could follow my account.
Yeah,
way.
Jordan.
Yeah,
What a legend.
iconic. But do you guys know a bit about or have played and own Baldur's Gate 3?
I've heard about it.
I've heard about it. I haven't played it.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
heard
own it.
about it.
I'm crying because nobody I know wants to pay for it because it's like what, like $60 or something? Maybe it's like 80.
Damn.
I don't remember.
Shit.
But it's like an early access to
That's
Baldur's Gate
shame.
3, which is essentially, I mean, it is much different than their like earlier Baldur's Gate. Jordan, I don't think there's going to be a sale until it's out of early access, so you're gonna have to wait
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah, you have to wait a while. Yeah.
But I have it, and my friend Nicole has it, and so we've been playing it a ton.
It looks nice.
It is. It's very different from like the first Baldur's Gate games and extensions because they've actually got like worked very hard to make it a lot like how D&D actually plays.
Oh, cool.
So like there's all, rather than like different spells like how there is in like Divinity Original Sin, there's a whole ton of like all of the spells that are actually in the game. You get all the same features as you level up. They're
Right.
trying to get all the classes in. They currently only have like 6 or 7, I think. They've got like rogue, fighter, druid, cleric, wizard, and ranger. But they do have like 2 subclasses for each one.
Right.
Like all the classic ones are in the player's handbook, and it's like a very, very cool story. I've been slowly playing
Nice.
through it. I just want like a group of 4 people to play it with.
If I had it, I definitely would.
Same here. Unfortunately, I don't.
Yeah, I unfortunately do not have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. I would definitely. I want to stream it, but also it is like one of the few games that I have that doesn't stream well because it takes a lot of like computer.
Yeah, it takes a lot of RAM.
And
Yeah.
Fucks up the GPU.
although I stream lots of my stuff quite well, it is all on a laptop. So as you can see, I only have this, and I run virtual reality on it, and I heckin' play Skyrim maxed out, tons of mods and ENDs and stuff, and Baldur's Gate. But sometimes streaming it does not work out. Jordan, bite the bullet. I'll send you some money. I'll send you $20. Send you $20 just so that you can play it with me. Please. No. No, I have this friend that I've started gaming with because he is like, the schedule's pretty open, and I'm a big fan of having streaming buddies who are very free all the time. Fine, if you want to pay for it all. He lives in Mexico. His name's Teal, and I often will just be browsing Steam, and I want to play a game, but he doesn't have it. So I'm like, here, I will just send you some money because it's cheaper in Mexico for him to, like, I could buy a game for like $20, or he can buy it for like, I can send him like $7 and he can just buy it.
Perfect.
There's like, yeah, the price difference is wild. Very
It
good.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, highly recommend. Oh, damn, I'm guessing Jordan just looked at the price.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much
It's 79 Canadian for me, I think.
Damn.
Ooh, yeah. And that would be, yeah, that's $80. Jordan,
That's
I
hefty.
can send you $20. I just made a whole bunch of money. I got tipped on a voice acting job I did.
Hey,
Initiative. Yeah, I did a voice acting job on Fiverr where I also get all my Dungeon Master jobs.
oh, nice.
And yeah, I did this voice acting job for this guy who's writing a musical about Julius Caesar, but if all the characters were in high school. And I went to I rented out. I spent like $50 to get an hour in a recording studio, and I essentially I just priced the job to be at like $50, so it would cover the cost of the recording, and I would get like experience and recordings out of it rather than money. But then he like paid me extra because he's like, "You did great."
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
What a cool guy.
Look at the Baldur's Gate trailer, and it looks amazing.
Yeah,
It's very Skyrim-y,
yeah,
which is a very good thing.
I heckin' love. Keep your money for yourself, though, Jordan. If you don't buy it, I'm going to spend $80 and buy it for you. I'm going to be watching your Steam games list. I'm going to be watching, waiting. That's a threat.
Threats.
Okay. What other D&D stuff can we talk about?
Oh God.
Anything else about the world? Oh, whoa, Jordan. Automod held a message for reason swearing.
Oh, what? Oh, I can't believe it.
Jordan.
I will allow it.
That's a ban.
Ban. No, just kidding. Yeah.
Jordan.
You guys, or does Jordan have any questions about our Deadlock world? I don't know if you were here for all of it, Jordan, but the world we're playing in has its axis frozen as it rotates around the sun. So the place where the fire demons come from are always facing the sun, and the place where the ice demons come from are always facing away, which is why it's got the middle continents are called the Twilight Isles because they always have sunset going on or like sun right in the same spot in the sky. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Very cool. What else? I don't think we've gone over the sort of, because I think we've only briefly gone over the sort of Lysiran customs that I'm supposed to have known. Which I remember the Lysiran customs. Don't question me, but I remember them.
Which one of these? This is the right one. Trying to change the stream from my face. Okay, so that is the DM one. So I'm just going to swap it away from the DM one so nobody sees my secrets.
Oh yeah.
Because Jordan wants to see where you guys are in the current world. I've got 2 Deadlock Roll20s open. There we go. That is much better. So they are currently in that little visual is a town called Bromston, and it is on their way to the capital of Varus, which I will show you. Is on so here. This is the full world. Down south is Lysair, where the fire demons live. Up north is El Gore, where the ice demons live. And then these are the 3 continents. This is the magical continent of Giuna. The middle one is the criminal continent of Ruhan, where the other continents all send their worst criminals to imprison them in a magical barrier around the continent. And then this is Varus, which is very tech-heavy, anti-magic, ruled by religion. And they are currently... Gosh, on this dark theme, I can't see the scroll bar. Let's get my little ruler out. So they started off in Draxstein here, which is like one of the smaller cities of the continent. Very inventive, though. They've got lots of like new stuff being created in Draxstein. And they have traveled halfway to Isselbeck, to a town called Bromston. That's where we are right now, right here. And then the plan is to go to Isselbeck and have a little moment. And then we need to go to Hinesville, the land of ketchup, Just
Yes.
a
Oh,
town
yeah, I
called
was gonna say that
Hinesville.
shit.
Just a town called Hinesville, and then after Hinesville comes Neston, and then after Neston comes Doveport. And Doveport is the capital of the whole continent, and they are heading to Doveport because they have heard from their NPC companion Eno that there is a inventors festival at Doveport in like 15 days. And wait, no, I think it was like in a month. In a month. And so they've traveled 5 days thus far, and yeah, Doveport has the Inventors Day Festival, where they are hoping to enter and win the prize, whatever it may be, whether it's prize money or an object that they can use or sell or whatever. Yeah, so that is so yeah, the south side
Hopefully
is facing
pay off some more of hopefully pay off some more of Victor's debt as well.
Hopefully, I'll start gambling.
Along the way, we shall see.
Yo.
I'll play some poker.
Oh my gosh, then you get a gambling addiction too.
I already have one.
Oh no.
I just my alcohol addiction is too expensive for the gambling addiction, so I had to pick one. So it went for the alcohol. So it's just gonna bring it right back.
The second he gets more money, it's just straight to poker.
Yep, I'm gonna go straight to. Well, if there is a gambling table, I'm just gonna take the cash that I got, head there, try to make some quiche.
Like you guys go, like you finally earn the 10K you need, and then he blows it all on gambling.
Listen, if I put 10K on me on black, and we win, we get 20K. It's just math.
No.
We're gonna lose it all.
Yeah, in one moment.
God, he's gonna be indebted to more people.
Oh yeah, gonna be indebted to like the mob.
Be indebted into the people that Vestas is looking for.
Oh, exactly.
Oh
The
no.
emancipation.
No. Not them.
Well, perfect.
Anything
You
but them.
could bring me as like payments, and then we could break free and fight them.
Bring you as payment for you?
Yeah. You'll bring me because I'll be wanted by them, probably to be executed.
Sure.
Then you can then we can like it'll be like episode 6 when Boosh brings Chewie.
Okay. So we pretend that you're my captive, and then we break in and then kill the emancipation.
Exactly.
I like this idea. Let's do this.
Perfect.
Kill the entire emancipation.
Yes.
They are 100% all at one location.
Oh my god.
Obviously.
Obviously. Just one warehouse.
That's how you run large organizations.
Yeah. I play video games. That's how it works. Every bad guy is all in one room, and that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And there's always one bad guy.
Yeah, it's always one really big bad guy. That's it.
Okay. The big bad.
Precisely.
There's never a boss that's higher up. It's never like a trap or anything. It's always exactly what it seems.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
How the world works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, could you imagine if there were more people in the emancipation? We'd be so screwed.
There's like 3. There's like 3 people. That's it. And they're all in that one room.
Exactly. 3 people, maybe like 5
guards.
guards.
Even met a few of them. Who knows?
Dun dun dun. I know I should have trusted you now.
Killed.
Who are you working for?
I planned to torture somebody this session.
I know you did. Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I asked in the group before the session was going to start whether everybody was okay with me torturing people on stream. They were like, "Yeah, go for it."
How about it? Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like, I mean, no spoilers, but you guys, I mean, you may have or may not have captured a bit of a dipshit. So I don't know if torturing is going to be necessary, but you'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Depends on whether or not
you guys can be a bit of a dipshit as well.
Intimidating enough to even get any info out of him. Watches you guys just roll
True.
net ones, and he's like,
Exactly.
I will not tell you anything.
Damn it.
He's outsmarted us this time, but never again.
He won't talk. He just said no. That means he won. We can't do anything. He said no.
Yeah, not even making any deception checks because he's not saying anything.
No, yeah, he just no nothing.
This is a very like DC Marvel superhero kind of thing where they won't break laws. So if you get what is it called? Oh God, I'm blanking. Why am I blanking? The thing, the piece of paper that makes it so that you can't go within a certain area.
Oh, restraining order?
Restraining order, that's the one. So
Yeah.
for example, if a bad guy gets a restraining order, the heroes can't do anything about it because attacking would be breaking the law.
Exactly.
That's exactly how this works.
Of course.
Let me
Restraining order.
see how intimidate.
Let's Google. Let's go on a little trip to our friend Google.
Yeah, we're gonna look up
When
restraining orders
are
now.
Restraining orders.
First. Oh yeah.
First restraining order. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. I don't know. I can't find it. Protection order legislation was first implemented in the 1970s. That's the right thing. But I don't think restraining orders are a magical restraining order in Giuna, perhaps, where you physically cannot go within like
Yeah,
30
it's like
feet
a
of somebody.
It's like a magnetized thing.
Yeah.
Imagine.
It's like a reverse magnetized thing where you can't get close to them. You just get pushed away.
Yeah, I feel like rather than restraining orders, people would just like frame the other person for a bad crime and get them sent to the criminal continent.
True.
And most people would probably
It's just
deal with their problems.
that's just a very aggressive restraining order.
Yeah, I mean,
Also, I don't know because we were toying with the idea that a lot of people, not a lot, but like some people in the sort of prison continent were innocent and had been framed.
mhm.
I don't know whether that's going to be a thing, but yeah, I'd like to go explore that too. Just
Yeah.
be like, oh,
you'd have to get to the continent
know,
to find out.
corruption. Yeah. I mean, I'm certain at some point or another, one of us will do something that'll get us sent there.
Oh, for sure. Probably me.
It's only a matter of time.
It really is. It's a matter of waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll get there eventually.
Fun fact. So everybody who gets sent to the continent of Ruhan first it gets to an intermediary location where there are like guards from Giuna and Voraus, and this is the only place where they intersect. They don't even trade together, but they meet together in the intermediary location, and
Mhm.
the Giunan guards magically bind you to an ancient field of magic that surrounds Ruhan, so that
Right.
leaving the field of magic will cause you the more harm the further you go.
Mhm.
And meanwhile, the Baraus guards put basically magical bracelets, anklets, and collar on you. Sorry, not magical, technological bracelets,
Yes.
anklets, and
Set collars.
they basically they push on specific key like parts of the body that stop magic users from using their magic, and if you try to take them off, they do different things. So one time, the first people who got sent to the island tried to take their bracelets off, and they exploded.
Oh
one
God.
of their arms.
Bomb collars.
So the people on the prison continent, it's kind of very Mad Max vibes. There are like,
Mhm.
groups of people, like tribes who have like stuck together and they're usually like ruled by one person, but it's like generally a free for all. They'll just attack each other if they feel like it for getting more land and resources. Like there's also, this is a plan that is worked on by people of Giuna and Faraus, but Al Gore and Lasser, the continents of the fire and ice demons, have no stake in it, but sometimes they will still send people there. So there's the possibility of like a fire demon becoming like a powerful like fire mage and ruling over an entire like sect of the continent. And it's like anybody disobeys, like all they have is like physical weapons. Well, he could like just incinerate people.
Cool.
Like, yeah, if you disobey me and don't do what I say in my group, I'll just destroy you.
There you go.
It's just basically a self-contained battle royale, isn't it?
Sounds like it. We fucking Suicide
I love-
Squad.
Mm-hmm. I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Also,
should
yeah,
go
it makes
there.
sense that it makes sense that Lasser and Al Gore see this sort of entire prison state, and they're like, we don't like the people that are operating this prison state. It's
Nope.
a prison state, so we might as well send some of our criminals there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's very topical.
Yes, it is.
Go on
It's
a
very good though.
vacation.
I do dig that.
I'm not sure how much of a vacation it would be. I guess it would be kind of fine specifically for like the magic users, because if you guys went there on your own and managed to make it to the island without being like assaulted on your way and captured, then you would be like more magically powerful than 99% of the population.
Nice.
Yeah, we would be.
Must have had some like first level magic to him as well.
Mhm.
He can do some stuff.
I got a
Not
crossbow.
a lot of stuff. Well, now you have spells too.
Yeah, I do.
Victor's got a crossbow. Ooh.
Yep.
Yes.
And a stick and a bad liver. Probably some bad
It
kidneys too.
it still breaks me every time I think about you making a character sheet and going, okay, I'm going to play a bard, and thinking to yourself, okay, the only weapon I have, period, is a crossbow.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't even start with that. Remember, it was just a stick I had.
Yeah. I guess Ruhan is like the perfect place for a murder hobo. You just gotta
It
kill
really
people,
is.
collect their stuff, and move on.
That's basically what I did for a long time. I didn't kill people. I just basically robbed them and just slept in the trash bucket. I slept in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
But
we ever do like a
that's it.
PvP game between Victor, Vestas, and Ashley, we could host it in the prison continent.
No, definitely could.
Hmm.
That'd be fun. Or if we needed to do like a oneer, we could always set it in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as a couple people just stuck in prison, basically.
Mhm.
Riot! Just rioting. Be awesome.
Yeah. Victor is
It's that
a
scene
born
from
loser.
it's that scene from Avatar.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's that scene from Avatar where they're like, "We just started riot," and the other guys are like, "Riot!"
Hey, riot! Just there you go. Start it perfect.
Really.
Yeah,
We had to do that at some
perfect.
point. Just start a
Done.
riot in there.
Yeah. Just go there and be like, let's overthrow the leader. And everybody's like, yeah.
Boom.
Woo.
Boom! Just explodes.
Yeah, I've been very excited. So one of in my home game, my friend who plays that druid who flies super fast and stuff has been like, she's not like tired of the character, but she just like wants something new. And so she's like, I want to come back to this character, but I want to switch for right now. And so she's been making this new character, and we've been talking about her for 2 weeks because she had this clear character concept, and then I had this idea that ties it very well into the world that I made, and it was like such a good combo. And now I've been making NPCs all week. I've been starting off by doing like their because I for her character I need to make what, like 9 10 11 12 13 14 prominent NPCs. They're like very important to her
Damn.
story. And so I basically like I start off by doing character sheets for them, and then I morph them into stat blocks and like remove things. And it has been so good. I've been looking at all these homebrew classes online. Do you guys ever look at like places that have homebrew classes on them?
Yeah, I do. I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah. There's this
Yeah, I've seen them.
one called D&D. It's just D&D Wiki.
Yeah, I think I heard of that.
A ton. There's quite a few that I love. Like there's this one character that I can talk about that I have a class for from there that Jordan already knows because they're hunting her down. Her name's Saint Evangeline Willowbranch, the former High Priestess of the
a lot of
City
titles.
of Light. Yes, Saint Evangeline Willowbranch,
It's a mouthful
former
of a
High
name.
Priestess of the City of Light. And she is currently an enemy of the party. And I have her. She's got a fun class from the D&D Wiki. It's a straight up healer class. There was a while there where she was going on a bit of like a dark sorceress stint, but that was all a ruse.
Everyone gets a little murdery sometimes. I'm
Yeah.
just the best of this.
So that was a ruse. She's back to her regular self as a full-time healer. And the healer class, it's insane. I love it. It's just like dedicated entirely to healing and protecting your friends rather than like having like all the stuff that a cleric has. It's like, you only get like by level 20 you get like 7 spells, but you get a lot of healing utility. Like at a certain level that you hit, you have Beacon of Hope on you at all times, which basically gives you max healing whenever you heal somebody within 15 feet.
Right.
And then you get like a bunch of like free healing for if you don't want to use a spell slot. You get like a free 3rd level cure wounds once a day. You get like by level 20 you have like 6 or 7 free mass healing words that heal 6 people, and with your max healing within 15 feet that would be like 32 like health to 6 people. It's very great. I love me a homebrew.
Nice. That's cool.
That is 4 p.m. Wait, we've got 3 minutes left on my stream session. I'll try again to stop it at the right time. I don't think.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
yeah, it's like a minute or like a minute 10 or some shit.
Okay, so I will try.
Raise your arm.
Okay.
Raise your arm. Raise your arm. Let me just see how long it takes. Okay. Okay, so it's like 5-6 seconds total. The delay.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So
yeah, like the visual delay is about 5 to 6 seconds, but also it's like for some reason because I watched it last time, it's like a minute before like the stream actually ends.
Oh, so it goes to like nothingness and then it ends.
Well, it like when the stream ends, when you click off, like the screen pauses, but it still plays for like another like 30 seconds or so. It's weird.
Well, I'll try. I'm gonna stop. I'll stop it at 1:29, like 50. Is when I'll
there you go.
stop it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it won't work out fully, but maybe the other way. When I check back on the stream, it'll say like it was an hour and 30 minutes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love me Avatar: The Last Airbender references. I've been also cultivating for when I do one of those like intermittent games, like a mini campaign. I've been wanting to do an Avatar: The Last Airbender one.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
I've seen that system before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of just gonna use D&D and have like homebrew classes for everything.
There you go.
I was like, I'd rather just use this easier than learning a new one, I guess.
Right.
Airbenders are absolutely just monks.
Where's your Pepsi? Are you
They really are.
I still have yet to be contacted back from Pepsi. I've been contacting them, and until they get back to me, I'm on strike. I'm going for Nestea, 0 calorie, like iced tea 0.
Pepsi, how can you do this to him?
Yeah,
give us money,
Pepsi
please.
has not been contacting me.
Pay us.
You know you want to.
Yeah.
Please.
Just stop with the charade and just give us the money.
Here we come, guys. 7 seconds away. Thank you, everybody, for watching
Okay.
and hanging out.
Yes. Thank you, Jordan, especially for hanging out with us.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Very well.
Bye-bye.
All right.